Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about double transit principle. What is double transit principle? How does that principle activate? What are the planets involved? How do they give their results for every lagna? So let's start. But before we start, let me thank all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your suggestions and your comments there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Let's talk about the double transit principle now. How does the double transit principle work? What does that mean? Double transit. Very clearly, two planets whose transits are important. Which are the two planets? Saturn and Jupiter. Why are they important? Very clear. They are slow-moving planets. And we know that any planet that moves slowly can be very thorough, can give a very strong aspect, and as such can get work done from the house which they are placed in or the house that they are looking at aspecting very nicely. But is that the only reason? Definitely not. Saturn is the Karmkara. Saturn very clearly tells us, I will have to get work done from you. Either you do the work that is assigned to the house that I am looking at and sitting in, or I will get it done from you. So it's either willingly do it or forcefully do it. Either which ways, you have to march to the beat of the drum. Second is Jupiter. Jupiter is now a very expansive planet as compared to Saturn, which is a strict planet. Jupiter says, I bless you. Don't forget, the 9th house of luck is under Jupiter and it's Mool Trikona Rasi. So Jupiter says, I am giving you the luck in that area where I am aspecting and where I am sitting. I am also giving you the blessings from your parents, that is your elders. I am also giving you the blessings from your Guru, if any of us are initiated. And what more, when we do our prayers, that gets converted into the blessing of our Ishta Devata. And Jupiter says, I also bring to you the blessings of your Ishta Devata. When we have such a protective shield of blessings wherever Jupiter is looking, obviously that house will grow and prosper. But you need to have some work assigned to that house to be able to do that house. And that's exactly what Saturn does. It says you have to do that work. And Jupiter says, I'll bless you. When you have a work at hand and you have a support system, you're very clear that yes, the work will be done. So when Jupiter and Saturn together aspect any house, you are destined to do the work of that house. And what more, you are blessed enough that whatever work that you do will give great results, because at the end of the day, we want results for our work. We want good results for our work. And that is, in material sense, that work will give us a good result. So that is how we see how these two planets will give us their work. Blessings and hard work together resulting in the event fructifying. Now, what are the important works in our life where we need to see concrete results? If I am studying, then for higher studies, I need that blessing. If I am going to get married, I definitely need a concrete result, a date, a time when I will get married. When I am talking about a change, a huge change in my profession that will put me on a different strata altogether, I need to see that also. Another point that I need to see is child. When will I have my progeny? Who will take my, in the ancient times they used to say, my vansh ahead or my lineage ahead. So even today we want a child because that child is a important part of your life and it helps you grow up in life also. also. So all these at the very least, including making a house. Making a house requires a lot of investment, not just physical or monetary investment. It is also investment of time. It is also an investment of your emotions. So that also requires the blessing in a concrete form to take place. You could be thinking for years, but at a certain time only will you be able to look into the matter and say, yes, I'm going to have a house now. So now, how are we going to predict on the chart, analyze what's going to happen in the person's life? But before we take up the chart and we start predicting, there's one thing that we must understand. Transits alone cannot give the results. There has to be a dasha which supports it, a yoga that has to be there. Otherwise, if there is just transit result, in that moment, things may seem to be happening, but as soon as the transits are over, things will slip out of place. So definitely if you have a yoga in your chart, there is a case where things will fructify. Secondly, when we are talking about this double transit, then which are the planets involved? Saturn and Jupiter. It is not during their dasha that they are going to give you all these results. It is during their antar, or more specifically pratyantar, where they have the ability to hit the nail on the head. Let's take up this chart. What is the dasha going on? It's a Mercury dasha, and the antar dasha is that of Jupiter. Now, that means that our point here is being satisfied. What is being satisfied? That the second part, the dasha, is operating with the double transit principle working. Now, where is Saturn and Jupiter together operating in the chart? On which house is it operating? It is operating together now in current times on the sign of Leo. That is, Saturn in transit being placed in Aquarius is aspecting from the 7th aspect on Leo, and Jupiter now placed in the sign of Aries is aspecting from its 5th aspect on the sign of Leo. Both, a person will have to work on the 3rd house, and the person will be blessed so that the 3rd house will grow and will be fructified. Also, the dasha of Jupiter is on, which again tells us, as Jupiter for the person itself is placed in the sign of Aries, is very strongly working itself. Not only that, Saturn is also aspecting the sign of Aries with the 3rd aspect, and Jupiter is already placed there. So the sign of Aries also becomes very important for that person. What are we going to predict in this case? The 3rd house, what does it say? The 3rd house, if you want to go on a deeper level, 3rd house being Leo, which is flamboyant. The 3rd lord is also sitting there, pure flamboyancy, and doing great parakram, or having the courage to be all out and do good deeds that will help you grow, that will put you on a different platform. 3rd house is change also. So you are doing karma to bring about major changes in your life. And Jupiter says, I bless you so that you are able to do those karma. Saturn says, I am all the way along with you so that you can do the karmas and grow. It's moving, they're also operating on the 3rd house, 11th house. So why is that person doing these karma? The person is doing that karma to move into a different level in society. The person is doing this karma for gains, because 11th house talks about gains. 11th house talks about your groups that you form. 11th house talks about big institutions. You are working in a big institution, you want a gain, you want a raise, and you want all your ichhas or your desires to be fulfilled, because 11th house is also the house of ichhaputti. So all your good desires, where you're willing to put in your hard work, will be fulfilled, because Jupiter and Saturn say, work, start initiation and see how it fructifies for you. This is one case. Let's take another case. Let's talk about a kundali, which is a Leo Lagna kundali. Make things interesting so that we can understand how it works in the Lagna also. Plain and simple, as I told you, we will take up Saturn. Saturn is again in transit. Where is it sitting? At this moment, Saturn is sitting in Aquarius in transit. Jupiter again is sitting in Aries in transit. Where are they throwing their aspect together? Full aspect of Saturn on Leo, full aspect of fifth aspect, special full aspect of Jupiter on Leo again. And Jupiter is sitting in Aries, Saturn is by third special aspect, aspecting Aries fully. So, Aries and Jupiter and Leo are both very strong. For the person concerned, Leo is your sign of, is your Lagna. And so it is working on your Lagna. Lagna is self. Lagna is confidence. Lagna is health. Lagna is money. All these ways, the person is going to change, is going to evaluate himself and grow in that direction. What more? What is Aries for the person? For the Leo Lagna person, Aries is the 9th house. Again, as I had said, 9th house is blessing. 9th house is travel. 9th house is also parents. 9th house is elders. And 9th house are people whom you love or your family members. And 9th house, as per Gopesh Kumar Ojaji, is also a new house. Saturn is saying you have the ability to make a new house. Go ahead and make one. Jupiter says I'll bless you to make a new house. This person has changed jobs. 9th house is also the 12th from the 10th. It's a good time to set into a new job. He's changed jobs. He's moved into a new house and he has been taking better care of himself and growing in his health also. His income has also increased because both of them are aspecting not just the 9th house, they are also aspecting the Lagna. So here we see, since the Trikons have been blessed, there is a lot of dharma that a person is doing, a lot of work that a person is doing to just move up higher up in life as well as in your spiritual growth. The person has also been learning fine arts for satisfying his or her hobbies or own spiritual growth. This is how you see the double transit principle. You put the karakatvas of that planet, of that house, and you do things. Again, if I can take you to a deeper level, I would say Aries means new beginnings. So wherever that this double transit in your chart is, Aries is, it would mean new beginnings because of the double transit. Leo means flamboyancy, it means growth, it means a public acknowledgement. It's the 5th house of the natural zodiac. So here in the work that you are doing, you are being publicly acknowledged also. This is how we must learn to work on the double transit principle. Okay, till we meet with you again, stay safe, do write into us, do let us know how you found this video, and we'll meet again soon. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.